Hi crafters, this is Crafty Sabby, and I'm back today to share a flip through of journal number 4 using the fabrics that I got at the dollar store. But before we go through that, I just wanted to say thank you to all of those who commented on the previous videos for all the nice things that you guys always say. I appreciate it so much, but mostly for the well wishes for my family during this crazy time that we're all going through. So just a big thank you to all of you who thought about me and my family. And also, I just want to say again that I wish all of you nothing but health and happiness as we all get through this horrible time together. So hope you guys are all keeping safe and well. So with that being said, we're going to go in and have a little look at what I've done here. So for journal number 4, I had this fabric that was, it has the words Paris on it, and I couldn't help but go with sort of the Paris feel with the journal. But I had a lot of this. I hadn't used any of this piece of fabric that I had purchased, so I had enough to make a book in a bag. And for those of you who haven't watched my previous videos, I will try to remember to link it, but I do have several videos showing some of my book in a bag, other journals that I made, and a tutorial on how I create the little purse that the journal goes inside of. So quick tour of the bag. I had this little keepsake, and I just put it on the corner of, it's actually on the journal with a bulb pin there. And I just did some layering here. I created a little pocket. There's one of my chipboard pieces that I covered with some book page. Just, I guess, a P for Paris, I don't know. Some little doilies there. I just layered up some doilies. I had these fun little fabric leaves and a really pretty vintage button there. I've also used that same button on my journal. And that's the little bag that I created. It's got 2 little handles. And I really like it. It came out very sweet. So we'll just take the journal out here. Oh, I forgot to show you guys. Inside there is just a little bits of ephemera. That's all. Nothing terribly special. So that's how it looks. So I'll just put that aside. And this is the journal. So there again is the button with the same leaves. There's some doilies on the side here. And that's the back. This fabric was so pretty. I used these giant silver metal corners. And they probably should have been gold, thinking about it now. But too late. So there's my first mistake. So the tie that I chose, at the time when I picked it, I thought it was actually a dark charcoal gray. But looking at it next to other grays, it looks a little more like it's black. But so there's mistake number 2. But that's okay because it sort of breaks up the monotony of so much gray. So I didn't mind it. But again, it was too late. By the time I had sewed it, I actually sewed it into the journal. So, oops. Oh well, it happens. So we're just going to go in here quickly. And I tried to pick some pinks out. I'm not a big fan of pink. It was hard to do that. Before we start, I just wanted to actually show you the paper pads that I used. Because again, I'm trying to use the papers on my paper pad. So I didn't use too many things. I couldn't really find the colors that I like to match and sort of keep it vintagey all at the same time. But I might have used something out of here, C'est La Vie. This is a hot buy from Michaels. This was from, trying to find a date. Sorry, it's Recollections, by the way, if I don't know when that was. I think that was a couple years ago anyways. And the other one I might have used something out of was called Fashionista. And also Recollections, another hot buy. So those were the two paper pads I used this time. So there's a piece of paper out of the paper pad. And I turned it into a little pocket. There's just some layering there, and I did some sewing. There's a little bingo card in there. Lots of room for journaling. I coffee stained the papers. There's a little tag up there with pretty much the only fabric I had left. I used every last bit of this one, that's for sure. Inside is a tag that I showed you. These tags I made with the clear windows. And this one just happened to be in the grays, so I took that out of my stash. I really love that. Made a pocket with a little ticket here, and then there's an extra journaling card in there, and some really pretty lace on the edge. I feel like I'm not fitting in camera today. I'm not too sure why. Whoops. A room for journaling. I printed out some free printables from Artie Mays, so you'll see inside some things from Artie Mays' YouTube channel, and she has linked some freebies there. So there's a postcard and an envelope that I printed out. I put it together, and then I Mod Podged it, and then just to give it a little bit of like crinkly, sort of shiny feel, and then put it together. There's a piece of vellum there, really pretty. And paper clip. There's another piece of that pink paper from the paper pad there, and attached to it I have one of my little Glassine bag booklets. I also have a video on this. I tried to remember to link all of these things. I'm horrible with that, so but I do have a video. This is a napkin on Glassine bags, and I do some sewing and turn them all into little booklets. And I love that because it's just like a separate little book in a book. And just clip that on there. That's a little birdie paper clip. I don't know why a birdie, it was just here. This is some paper from the paper pad. On this page I have, this is also another project of mine where I make a pocket out of 2 tags. And then on the front are just some extra bits of ephemera. And they go in here. And then when you open this up, is another little booklet. Lots of little secret places for writing. You know how I love my little secret places. I wish I had secrets to fill them with, but I don't. I might have to make something up. I don't know. And then inside the little pocket, so like I said, they're 2 tags sewn together, is a little envelope. And inside the envelope is just some extra ephemera to journal on. And then a little file folder with some extra writing paper inside. And that just all nicely tucks into there. And I love those. I had such fun making those. If I remember, I will also link that video. So when you flip this open, this is a large envelope that I attached to the page. And then I made a little pocket here. The envelope was longer than the page, so I folded it up on itself and created a pocket. And I just put a piece of fabric on there and some tickets, did some sewing. Inside there is just a guest check. And there's just some extra ephemera. Made a tag there, and that goes in there. And then you can do journaling on here if you'd like. And then that just folds on itself. I attached some lace here. And then on this side is just some quick sewing that I did. I had a piece left over of the black ribbon. Here, lots of glue. Here, just did some crazy sewing, little piece of fabric, and I sewed the lace on it. Coffee stained paper. This was another project that we did together. This is another glassine bag. Inside of there is, sorry about the glare there, is a picture. There's some music paper in there. But I cut out, made a little window there so that you could put something inside. In this case, we can still see the lady's face, and I love that. Just did some collaging, layering up some things. This is a little pocket, and I believe this is a paper clip that I made. There. It's a little vintage button up there. It flips open like this. And on the inside is just a piece of ephemera that I attached, like a little pocket, and some extra bits of stuff that I had. And not really the colors that I like, but they're in there. Sorry, my phone. So that closes up like that. And some washi, a little bit more ribbon. This one, it kind of extends up like a little pull there. Just did some sewing with the extra bits that I had. This is a pocket, some extra ephemera. This page is a little pocket that I made with some extra bits. And just a little booklet that I made for, surprise, guess what? More writing. So I just put that together. And that goes in there. And I just dropped my paper clip anyway. So I put one on there just to keep it closed. Just some lace attached to the paper. There's another piece of that vellum. So pretty, love it. I just did some punching on the edges. I have a super old Fiskars punch. That's what I used there. And then that's Artie Mae's postcard. I just turned it into a pocket. And this is a piece of ephemera from Venka. She sent me some beautiful pieces and I just copied them. That goes in there. And then this is a bag that I had, and I just made it kind of, cut it on a, I didn't actually cut it, I just sort of folded it up so it was on an angle. And then inside is some journaling cards. I trimmed it off with some lace. This is a very large tag. I believe Lil Rondelie sent these to me. Did some sewing, attached some extra bits of fabric that I had, and put the ribbon on there. And that goes in there. And it is quite tall, just sticks out from the top of the journal, but I didn't mind, I like that. So there's the back side of the bag, and then I just attached some more journaling cards in there. And the last little page here is just some extra bits of paper that I used, and I just stapled them to this page here. And that's the end. So that was a quick one, but fun to make. I decided to use a few more of the items that I made myself inside because they kind of matched the colors, and it was easy just to go through my stash and sort of pick those things out. So I was glad that I was able to use some of that stuff up. So that's it, you guys. Let me know what you think. I'm already working on the last one, which is this. I got lots of good ideas. Thank you for all of your opinions on what I should do with it, what kind of journal I should make. So one of my lovely subscribers suggested a nature theme as opposed to just a fall theme, and I really like that. So I think I'm going with sort of nature, flowers and birds and that kind of thing. So I'm partially done. I haven't obviously made the cover yet because here's the fabric, but working on the pages, so I should have a video out to you guys real soon. And then after that, I hope to work on some other, maybe some tutorials. I'm not too sure. And that's it. So thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you guys all real soon. Bye-bye.